I should probably like find the most up-to-date roster. Fair enough. Hi, champ. Derpy and Mining Gaming Channel. Okay, honestly, who are you, bro? I'm about to find this out. Like, honestly, I don't even want to know who you are. Like, hi, Luna. What's poppin', Darian? How you guys doing? Honestly, I think the chat's broke. Like, honestly. That's why you pull out your phone. We have a crowd, I know that. Okay, so what do y'all want me to do? Franchise, career mode, what? I don't even know what that means, Car. Anyways, the reason why Dustin and Pax aren't on is because, like, they were talking about the draft, and I was like, might as well leave them be for their stream. Okay, honestly, who edited this roster? Like, it's pretty terrible. What's up, Pride? Saw, dude, you should totally, like, surf that wave, bruh. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna, like, play with the roster that I like the most and actually play a game. Franchise mode based on me. Car, no. Let me just, like, edit a team that we all can agree on that has not already been, like, messed around with. No, I'm not adding any fake players. It's just gonna be me, what we can decide on as a community, as a group, a squad goals. I want us to pick a team together that I approve of, that hasn't already been messed around with. Because, like, as you can see, these rosters are already messed up. Just look at the Texans. Like, honestly, the Browns already took him, man. Like, if I show you the Browns right now, you're gonna be impressed. Like, honestly, who are those two? Who are those three? And then look at that receiving core. Like, honestly, well, can you do that tomorrow? Like, Car, I'm not gonna do anything based around you anytime soon. Yeah, so this isn't that bad of a team, honestly. Like, on the tight end, nobody. So, like, y'all gotta decide on a different team, maybe. The Bills are already taken too. Like, look at the Bills. Got Luck and Cutler, Elliott Williams, and Williams Sr., Green, Jackson, Wallace, Shepard, Curley. I mean, I'm just tired of all the constant arguing and bickering around, like, not really, like, angry at one specific person. Forcing every game away an away loss. Is Pax gonna stream? Pax probably stream. Like, if y'all leave for him and Dustin, I don't care, man. Like, I'm just doing this on my own free will. I'm pretty sure Darian will stick by my side at least. So, what team we doing, guys? Any team that I think is, like, approvable that hasn't been edited. I'm not mad. Missed. We made. I missed. We made peace. I know y'all made peace. Like, y'all did it, like, on Pax's stream. Y'all did it on my stream. I'm, like, just tired of the stuff that, like, that happened last stream. Oh, yeah, New York's pretty late. Okay, since y'all won't decide a team, I guess we'll go. Where should we go? Lions was my dad's fantasy draft team, so that was pretty cool. Raiders, no. We need a team with at least a decent defense. Knowing, someone pick a team. We gotta go somewhere. Like, honestly, Darian, if you're still on, pick a team or something, like, buddy. Lions, I mean, we can't use the Lions. Like, my dad picked that, like, made that team. Eagles. Champ, are the Eagles taken? Let's take a look. They are not. Pats, no. Eagles, yes. Okay. What QB do y'all want? Like, y'all gotta decide as a whole. That is not taken. So, like, Matt Castle, or Sam Bradford, or Memphis Burger, or Russell Wilson, Jared Goff, Kirky, Colt McCoy, Joe Snacko, Connor Cook, Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh yeah, we could get Tom Brady, I guess. He's on the Falcons though. Wait, are y'all seriously about to agree on Matt Castle? I want Le'Veon Bell. Okay. See, like, y'all are choosing different positions. Y'all are working things out. You want Le'Veon? Okay, I'll get you Le'Veon, buddy. Even though I hate Le'Veon completely with my entire heart, I will get you Le'Veon. Okay, next demand. The San England Lions, like, seriously, Price, is that even a name? We need a quarterback. We need probably at least 2 more running backs. Le'Veon's trash in Madden, I know, right? Get Tom. Kara. You remember the last time we had Tom Brady? Balance backs suck. Well, I mean, I was a receiving back. I tried using a balance back once. Yeah, he was pretty trashy. No, he's good at spin moves. Like, I'm probably gonna let the computer, like, control Le'Veon whenever I run the ball. Just, like, click X and then not do anything. Because, like, I don't like him. We need a quarterback. I don't want Phillip Rivers. Chase Daniels can stay and Aaron Murray can go. Do you really want Tom Ridley? No. Do I really want Connor Cook either? No. Like, if y'all can't decide the quarterback, I might as well. Connor Cook is trash. Come on, we need Matt Castle. Okay, honestly, like, I'm an MSU fan. Like, I was about to say let's get Cam Newton. Is he on a team that's like been edited? No, he's not. I hate Cam Newton though. So Teddy Bridgewater, see if someone I can deals with. Okay, so who's gonna be our third string quarterback? Decide Connor Cook or Matt Castle. All right, Kerr. Darian, where are you at, bro? Like, I wanted you to be here. Like, the only person to be here I honestly cared about right now is you, Darian. So we gonna get Connor Cook or Connor Castle, Dan Orlowski? Guys, like, decide. Like, honestly, I have three options here. And if none of y'all can decide, I'm probably just gonna get Mac McGloin. He's in the middle of Orlowski and Cook, and then Castle, honestly, like, he's like 50. We need a middle peace ground. Why not Ryan now? Connor? That's one Connor. That's one vote for Connor. I was about to say McAaron, but then I realized he was on a team that's edited. Did Orlowski turn out he owned Ed's, yeah, that was like the 0-16 season when that happened. But go Castle. Go Trevor Siemian, got that, guys. I want Robert Jones. You can't get either, man. They've been on an edited team that was drafted by me like earlier in the actual season in real life. Jones is on the Giants. Gronkowski's on the overpowered Texans. But, hey, I'm getting Darren Sproles back, like, honestly. That guy's, like, my favorite. Okay, Kara. No rush. What's your opinion on Adrian Peterson being a Saint in real life, though, guys? Okay, third string running back. Do we even use him? Oh, we can't use that. Derrick Henry could be the starter, and then whoever starter is the backup, maybe? Oh, Darren Sproles is there. I just realized that. Wish he was a line. AP doesn't fit the Saints. I know, right? But Mark Ingram's like on his last year, and that's when he actually turns up just so he can get another contract. Like, that's the only time he ever shows up is like when his contract is needed to be fulfilled again. Okay, receivers, guys, list any that is available in my opinion. Odell is not available. Benjamin, like, we got a lot of people, so just like start naming. Darian, I want your opinion if you're still here, because I think you're still here. You just don't want to say anything because I wanted a normal stream. Andre Roberts, isn't he like in Arizona? That's JJ Nelson. Andre Roberts. No, he's a Redskin the last time I checked, actually. Okay, honestly, don't tell me he's in free agency. Like, Pride, you joking. Okay, JJ Nelson, got that. Like, honestly, I thought you were joking around. Like, I knew you were joking, but Cardinals, JJ Nelson. Honestly, why do we have a bum as our starter right now? Like, I wanted serious players. Walker. The concussion master? Honestly. Like, I would get Wes Welker if they had him in his game. He was like a Ram last year, and they didn't even have him, and I was, like, so triggered. He was like, he had, like, one reception for 15 yards, and I'm pretty sure he got a concussion afterwards. Okay. Can we get, like, Golden Tate or something? Or Doug Baldwin? Even Josh Gordon, the weed eater. Garcon, maybe. Smith Sr. Crabtree, Edelman, Yen Jr., Jordy Nelson, That's not an option. Even DeAndre Hopkins, like, I'm willing to get him, like, honestly. Any good receiver, like Allen Robinson's still here. Those are not an option. Look at how overpowered this receiving core is, like, honestly. That tells you I have drafting skills. Like, Edelman, thank you, champ. I know, I know you're like Mr. Butterfingers, the drop man. Gave up a ring, guys. Julio Jones. I told you I can't get Julio Jones, like, honestly. Edelman. Pride, like, I told you we cannot get Julio Jones, like, honestly. We can't get rid of JJ Nelson. This is going to turn out to be too much of an average team to actually qualify for the playoffs. Oh, snap. Could I be related? Sammy Watkins, Brandon LaFell. We can't get any of them. Can we get Victor Cruz, guys, or like Demaryius Thomas or something? Then again, Demaryius Thomas drops balls. Jeff Janis, champ. I mean, I told you we just couldn't get him. He's on the Bears. We can't get him. Can't get anyone on this team. I drafted this team. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful drafting skills, like, honestly. Sterling Shepard, oh my gosh, guys, what don't you understand about I don't think we can get Sterling Shepard. Hold up. Nope. Even though he's like fourth string on this team, we can't get him. And with this depth chart, so much talent going to waste too, like, honestly. Cruz, can't get anyone here. We could get Corey Coleman or Adam Humphries or Cecil Shorts the third. Crabtree, finally, someone who paid attention earlier. Raiders, Michael Crabtree, welcome to the squad. We need at least 2 more receivers on under our belt. And no, it cannot be Odell, even though he's right in front of your face. That cannot be that guy. Or Joe Thomas. Names, people, give me names. Oh, don't tell me Carr's back. He's gonna shout out a random name, and I'm like gonna be like, what are you even saying, bro? Like, look at this depth chart. It's pretty lit. Like that that receiving core. And then this one, ooh, about as good as my hairline. And then we got where's the other good depth chart? Ooh, look at that. Look at that depth chart, like, honestly. You hate me? No, I just thought you were gonna say something random. Who can we get? Can we get Jordy Nelson? Like, I'm honestly saying that. Or DeAndre, or Brandon Marshall, or Allen Robinson, or something. Tajay Sharp. Don't have to go back all the way to Tennessee or something. Yep. Okay, one more receiver under our belt, guys, and we're good with receivers, and then we move on to tight ends. And then I'll actually play. Jordy, champ, I like these decisions you're making, bro. Like, the Packers. Half of these teams that normally make it to the playoffs, they're probably not, like, honestly. DeAndre, no. Jordy or DeAndre, pick a side. It's like Twix, left Twix, right Twix. Like, you gotta pick a side. Can't choose both this time. Jerry Rice. See, that's my point. Can we get Malcolm Butler? I think he's on the team with the best defense, the Chargers. Yep. Like, if you see this defense, look at that. Tyrann Mathieu, Tony Jefferson, James Harrison, Luke Kuechly, Von Miller, Fletcher Cox, Calais Campbell, Khalil Mack. Like, honestly, you cannot mess with the Chargers defense. So, we can't get Malcolm Butler, Carter. But what we can do is start getting tight ends. Do we want to keep Faker? Okay, we got Jordy. We could get Jason Marco. Can't get that guy. We could get Ladarius Green. This is that is probably pride. Oh, we could give Hernan Davis, Dennis Pitta, Benjamin Watson. I like that guy a lot. CJ Fajord. Greg Olson's available, guys. Should I? Should I? No one likes Jared Cook. Can't get Eifert or Reed, both on the overpowered team. The real one doesn't have an uppercase. What? Who, Malcolm Butler? Who you talking about? Like, honestly, we could get Mercedes Lewis. Someone say, shout out Greg Olson or something, or Fazan. We can't get Fazano, I just realized that. Wait, are there two Fazanos? I just realized that. Hold up. Oh, that's Jason Marco, okay. Yeah, I'm liking Greg Olson here. Should we get him, guys? Guys, there's a Faker Sin Cara. Oh, I just realized that. Oh, thanks for pointing that out, Carl. I'll be sure to remove them immediately. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. Problem solved, guys. Okay, we need at least one more tight end. Can we get Benjamin Watson, guys? Like, honestly, I'll probably like that guy a lot. Like, I used to play with him in Madden 11. And don't worry, Car. Okay, yep. You're welcome, Car. Can we get Benjamin Watson? Could we? Could we? I know this is your team. I was about to say, yep, thanks, champ. You're spoken. And that's our team. Get rid of this bum. No trades, no relocation, no nothing. We're just gonna get this. Jarvis, hello again, buddy. I remember you from yeah. Should I even bother, man? The real one has icon uppercase, and I actually have 56 subs. He was a beast in Madden 12. Like, I know, right? I wasted 30 minutes on this roster. Anyways, quarterbacks, here we go. Here's our running backs. Here's our beastly receivers and our tight ends. Let's save this roster, because this is one I hold dearest to my heart, because you guys made it. Y'all made it just for me. And I like how we lost 2 viewers. Well, Jarvis, how have you been? See, Pride? Nice things get nice rewards. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, we're the Eagles, right? Who we playing that are notable? I'm here still. Okay, champ. We're the Eagles. Look at how overpowered the Texans is, though. Like, 89 offense, 87 defense. Like, half of these other teams I've drafted aren't even that good. Jarvis, you're gonna be starting stuff. I'm gonna block you immediately. I know what you did to Pax, buddy. We're the Eagles, guys. What am I doing? Y'all drafted. Y'all gave me a better team than the what the heck? Then the what the heck? Oh boy, like that's what I'm saying. Y'all gave me a better team. Where is Le'Veon Bell? He's on our team. He's on our team. Chill, we got him. I'm probably gonna like start streaming this like at least 3 times during the week if possible. Yeah, he's on our team, man. I don't like that he's on our team, but he's on our team. Disabled, injury on or off, end of the week. I'm only gonna play against like the fantasy teams that I've made though. Dude, don't be, come on, Pax stream. I told Pax that I was gonna stream and that they're waiting for the Australian. They're waiting for Mr. Brad, that's why. Pride, that means you're like not a true sub. You're just passing time until he actually gets here. Okay, let's take a look at our strength. Okay, new rankings. Hey, don't bully Doug Martin. He's actually pretty good. Oh, looks like week ones are... No, yeah, wait. Yeah, week one's our first official fantasy game, guys. I think we can do this. It's against Tony Romo and his Cleveland Browns. Cleveland. Look at this team. Look at it. Yeah, I think we can do something. No, I'm talking about Doug Peterson. I don't know who that is, to be honest. Oh, it's Pedersen. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure all the games we got. So we got first Chicago. Wait, Cleveland, Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, New York. Who else is considered playable right now? And the Giants again. So I mean, we gotta. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. So, looks like we only got like 4 fake games out of the whole season, and I'm ready to like actually play all of them like right now tonight, if I don't get too triggered. Yeah, 1 Pax, 2 James, 3 Dustin, 4 Hayden, 5 Champ. Why, like, Car, if you're gonna keep putting like Param Crow at the bottom of your list, like, Purim Crow should be, like, #1, then Pax, then Dustin, and then the rest should follow. Elijah, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, I don't think you care about Madden that much, but it's glad you could be here. Darian was on earlier. The ones he murders are in order. Oh, snap. Champ, that's kind of deep. Elijah, I would tell you to roast someone, but honestly, last stream, like, don't even get me started. I know, right? Like, well, I YouTubed before I, like, asked Param Crow to, like, check out my thing, but Param Crow's, like, the one who... Cringe? Yep, I'm very cringy. Thanks for noticing. All I do is be cringy and free and I made this list cause to show who I like. It's actually tied between you and Pax. Honestly, pick Pax over me. Oh yeah, freaking Mitchell Trubisky. He checked you out in the Gaming Inc. era. Who did? Oh yeah, he did. That's right. He did. Brad did. Wow, you're saying you don't like Brad? Now I'm triggered. Like, honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like, Elijah, last stream though, like, everyone was like hot-headed and everything, like. Brad is... Oh, champ. Okay, good. You were about to have me worried for a second. I was like, what are you saying? Ooh, that truck. Car, don't be starting stuff. I'll have Elijah roast you in like 5-second heartbeat, like, honestly. Like, I will, like, legit... Elijah's, like, my true moderator only. I was about to say it. I knew it. Like, honestly, if y'all are gonna, like, antagonize people, Elijah will be, like, roasting all of y'all. Don't. No, Elijah, don't attack yet. You attack on my command. Well, he's not my dog. Like, he can attack whoever he wants to. I'm not stopping him. He's, like, the only guy I don't want to stop, like, honestly. Hey, you said complete the pass. You said no one will be mod. I mean, I don't know how to make someone a mod, but if I were, it'd probably be like Elijah, Darian, and Champ. Like, be my top 3 mods, right? Like, of all time. Cause I'm pretty sure you're back then. Wait, you're back then. Back off the line. Pretty sure you're then. Honestly, I don't know what y'all are blabbling about. Like, I don't know. I need a computer to make someone a mod, but if I did, it'd probably be Elijah, Darian, and Champ. Like, and like not even Pax or Brad or Dustin. Like just those 3 I just named, cause like I'm pretty sure they're like the most respectable guys out of like this entire stream.
Hey man, listen, great job today.
Car, I mean, you started stuff like not too long ago.
We're gonna be just fine.
Who's the top 6? Honestly, the other 3 that I just named, Brad, Dustin, and Pax would be the other 3. Then there's me and Kara. No! Who's my top 10? After those 3, it'd be Lorenzo. Then it'd be that motocross guy, and then it'd be then it'd be, who can I think of right now? Oh, then it'd be Oscar. Even though he never shows up to my stream, then it'd be my boy Captain Deadpool. Honestly, don't think Elijah's here anymore. Now you're just trying to annoy us. I mean, that's true. Like, if I were to make a list right now, and y'all 2 would be like, not with Raquan. Raquan's like at the very bottom. What about me? I don't know. The rest follow through after 10, in my opinion. Like, that'd be like my last resort moderators. And then Raquan's not even an option. He's like that one guy. I do first thing. Yeah, I'm just speaking fact. I can name like people who like never show up to my stream and they could probably be moderate. Just do it. Don't tell me your memes be memes. I have a Just Do It shirt, to be honest. Like, I need to get a camera for this and like start wearing it. Wearing my Just Do It shirt. Le'Veon attack. Like, honestly, like, if it's like a one-on-one conversation, I'm pretty good at that. But then when it gets to like group conversations and party chat, I feel like I'll just be ignored, and that's why I like left half of like throughout it, cause like that's all it is. Like, they just ignore me. Oh, if you don't come, then I'll be more highly, wait, if you don't,
Steps towards success in
wait,
this league.
also, if
Don't
I
look
don't
back and get
come,
lazy.
then I'll be
One
more
step
highly
ahead.
of a
You gotta
mod.
keep it up.
Cool, I won't come at that much. That's not what I meant, but, that's totally not what I meant, Car, but, good enthusiasm about not wanting to watch my stream and not getting your voice heard and probably will be forgotten in time. Okay, let's play Cleveland, like, honestly. What do you mean, like, honestly, bruh? What did you mean? You said just because I said that people who, like, don't come that often will be a higher moderator list doesn't mean, like, it doesn't mean that, like, you said that if you won't show up because, like, I have a person who doesn't show up as, would probably be a moderator over you. Doesn't mean that he'll actually be a moderator. Like, I'm not allowed to have 10 moderators. I'll probably, like, only have 2 to 3. And like I said, I already gave you my top 3. Like, after the top 3 to me, anything, like, follows in afterwards. Teddy Bridgewater's goal of the week: throw 1 touchdown pass. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
So we drop you into
The
week
heck?
1 of the 2016 season. First drive of the game, fresh beginnings here. Let's see what
Okay,
this
stop
offense
the
can
run.
do.
Let's go, team. Oh, I got the ball. What the heck?
Now here
And
is
I
the
have
first
Le'Veon.
carry. It's a welcome back for
And
Le'Veon.
you see why I hate him now,
Just a
Car.
yard on the first
1
down
rush,
carry,
1
so
yard.
second
Like,
and 9.
honestly.
So what will they do?
This
Well,
is
the
why I
crowds are
know
here.
you will be
Let's
mod
see,
for
second and
packs. No
9.
surprise there. I still think you deserve it. Like, honestly, I'm not even gonna do anything. I wouldn't block anyone. Like, all I would do is just sit there and then, like, try to roast people.
Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out.
Honestly, how did Gregory Olsen not get across that line? Like, Bridgewater, is it your throwing style? Because if it is, that's a problem to me. I'm gonna have to report you to the Congo blind police.
Understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it up. Still nothing.
You're most high to be on my mod, dude. I mean, that's because you don't, like, oh, you have more subs than me. What am I saying?
They'll come out in the
Did Cleveland throw a pick? Because if they did, I'm a laugh. I'm a laugh.
And out of bounds, just shy of the end zone at the 1.
Holding offense, I realize that. Brandon Banks, I mean, bro.
Maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer you
Who's the one at
situations,
making
they'll
most
fumble.
catch? Y'all tell me who to throw to. I don't deserve to be a mod. I don't either. Like, you see me. I'm imperfect, like, honestly.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. So now on 4th down, the Eagles will hand things over to their field goal kicker, and that's Caleb Sturgis. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Sturgis.
What happened to Champ and, like, Pride? I mean, since when did you start sulking on my channel? Like,
A red zone situation forthcoming as his defense will need to step up here. First
oh, look at
and
that.
10.
Thomas, Jeffrey,
19.
Jamal Charles, and Tony Romo.
On first down, it's Charles again. And he'll wind up
Everyone would
losing yardage
just
here
test
back at
me
the
to put them in
21-yard line.
timeout.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard.
Caleb
and it'll be
Sturgis,
second
the
down.
I don't even know who that is, champ.
Defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well.
Anyways, if you don't see this team, it's pretty decked out.
But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys.
Jamal Charles stiffing somebody.
And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The kicker. Guy who just kicked the field goal. Look at that, Tavon Austin, Michael Thomas, and Alshon Jeffrey, like, honestly.
That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks.
Oh, Jamal Charles could not keep his feet in bounds, old man. This should be a mod, me or James. Champ, don't answer that. Okay, good. You answered with a fair answer, like, honestly.
Facing a 4th down situation.
I don't need, like, arguing starting. Like, if arguing starting, I'm legit gonna, like, end the stream and I'm just gonna, like, read my manga and call it a night. And I know none of y'all want that.
In the second quarter. It looks like a nickel set now.
Neither. See, Pride, like, those are some answers I want to hear.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. And he'll have his man. That's
Flag. He should have said it. He should have said it, James. No, if he would have, then there would have been arguing, and then there would have been problems. Then I would have just quit and went to reading my manga, which doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Going up top.
Okay, Joe Hayden, when did you get so tall?
It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with.
Honestly, this game is not going how I expected. But again, I'm only playing the moment until we get to the playoffs.
Bridgewater now from the 50.
Okay, what happened to, like, me throwing on time? I guess it's because, like, Bridgewater's, like, pocket throwing. Like, it's throwing me off so badly. Like, you can't even, like, play action pass real quick. I vote James. You don't get a vote. You're part of the candidate squad. You don't get to vote.
A red zone alert forthcoming here. A 1st and goal situation as this offense.
Ooh, can Benjamin Watson be clutch? Like, honestly.
Now a play fake here.
Watson. Oh. James from Mod 2017. Bullet pass sometimes. I bullet pass all the time. It's just the way, like, Bridgewater's throwing style is. I don't like it. I play as him.
A big time drop. To the air again with Bridgewater. This is Bell on the dump off. And the stop will come inside.
Car, what happened to Bell showing up? Like, honestly, you wanted the man. I think Houston will go to the Super Bowl or Kansas City. I forgot completely about how overpowered Kansas City is. Like, run! Honestly, hello mods means nothing. I know, right? Kansas City has, like, probably one of the most overpowered teams along with Houston. Bell is testing them. Bell Pepper, like, honestly, no one likes Le'Veon. I don't like Le'Veon. I don't even know why I agreed to get him.
Play action. It's Romo. Deep drop. Look at the time.
Romo, the old man's got skills. Mod means monkey. Oh, dookie. Mod stands for hat for that. JK, see, Champ's having a good time. That's all I wanted. People to have a good time, chillax, talk about the stream, watch. I don't even have to comment. I know you're here. Ooh, that late hit on Romo. Since I turned off the injuries, his back isn't broken. He wants some monkey. What? Can you grammar check, bro? Like, honestly.
receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 8 yards on the
Alshon Jeffrey.
completion, but now they face
I want
third
that.
down.
This is nasty.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off.
It's funny but nasty.
Worked it to
Like,
the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
yes, I've established that once before, and it nearly got picked.
I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. So out comes the field
Guys,
goal
do you
team
think
now
we'll
for
make
the
it to the
second time
playoffs?
here
To be
today.
honest,
From the left hash, a chip
in this
shot
league,
here.
no, there's no
Missed
telling.
opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot
And I at
of
least
those
know what
guys
to
do
change
not
the
play
title to.
offense.
Fantasy Franchise 3. See Brock
And that
Tosweiler,
three-point
Melvin
tally now
Gordon.
means we are even here
Keenan
toward the end of
Allen.
the second quarter.
And what a way to
Oh, I was about to reread that comment.
No punt team in sight here. This offense
Oh,
is going
snap.
to go for it from their
You
own
might.
side of the field.
I'd love to see Bradman go to Pax's channel. Like, honestly.
Final play of the half. Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, why?
This is
11 and
incomplete.
15, y'all were open. You could have got that, like, buddy.
Points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter.
Like, they're talking about the
Defenses have
NFL
reigned
draft. They're not going to
supreme.
wait on me. I know that
Defense
much.
reigns supreme once more on third
They
down.
shouldn't.
Let's find out. Back to throw. Romo.
Like, if I were to join back, they'd be like, why are you here?
He dropped it.
Or what brings you back? And then be like, oh, we thought you died or something because you, like, left without sending us a notification. But I
Here
sent a
comes the
note
field goal
5
team for
this
the third
time.
time today. This one
Watch
from
this kicker
48
miss.
yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they take the... Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. To throw, Bridgewater. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Due to the day, me, or Brad, like, who do 2 vids a day, me or Brad? Cause like me, I can't do a day, but I can do it at least like 3 vids a week.
Stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Car, yeah, like that's starting to get a little
right
old.
there, and it's been that way the entire
Herbert.
game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Brad,
been that
yeah,
way all
he's
afternoon. Didn't get a
capable
whole
of
lot
doing
there.
that.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the
Like I don't put as much effort and thought into it as he does. Like,
sets up a 1st and goal.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're
first
urging
comment
for a little
was
bit more
connected
support
to the
from
next.
guys up front. I actually
Like-
remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield.
And that's how you get a concussion, guys. If you're Wes Welker, at least. Guys, I finally scored. It took like 30 years. Come on, Bell. Who? Oh, you mean the guy who also does weed with Josh Gordon, the weed eater? I'm surprised he's not on suspension, like, honestly.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Remember the one time? Yeah, Pride, that like happened last stream.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
I'm not gonna adjust the kick meter or anything. I'm gonna kick it straight, because then I think that's unfair. Wide right. Text Pax and ask him, is his string? Well, I mean, his phone's kind of like broken. It's totaled, Kara. What are you gonna do? Just like ditch me? It was like last stream. That's what I said. Like, honestly, bro. The last stream was last year. Totally.
But they have to do it without letting
Good times. I didn't have a good time.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game.
There he is, the guy. He missed the kick.
On first down, it's Romo. Hits his target, the tight end.
JK, I won't.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
He missed the kick. How's he a goat? My back pop. My sore arms. Hey guys, I have a story to tell y'all about what happened not too long ago. I think it was like Thursday. You guys want to hear the story? Like, I'm not going to tell y'all. I don't want to hear it. It's not that long either. It's story time with your boy, Cringy Jones. Am I supposed to tell a story with Jamal Charles being a beast? I'm missing the joke. I can kick the like those kick football.
Going underneath for Charles. A nice pickup of 14.
No, so you don't want to hear my story about like how I killed my arm muscles. Okay.
He'll look to throw. Finding time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
Ooh.
7 on the play.
Ooh, you gotta get the ball line stop.
And they're gonna speed things up here.
I do. Okay. So it's officially story time with your boy Cringy up in here. I said no about something else. Okay. So yeah, the Marines they came up and set up a pull-up bar like right by the library. It was for like a pull-up contest. Do 20, you get to like win a hat. And so like my friends like nominated me to go first only because I was the strongest there at the time. So like when I went up there, I did 7. And then I stopped like as soon as I did 7, I stopped. My friend did 2. No, I don't feel that. I don't find that weird at all. Pride, like I'm like I'm like the youngest out of like that whole conversation you just had. Anyways, yeah, so I did 7 and I stopped without like trying to do an 8, and then like my buddy went up, he did 2, and my few other buddies, they couldn't like get past me. My record was broke. And so like when I went again, it was like not even 10 minutes later. I went in less than a time, like a 10-minute time period. Like honestly, I thought it was healthy or something. And so I did 7 again, and when I went to the 8th, I was like to go do the 8th, I was struggling. Like my chin was like almost about to pass, and then my arms gave out, and now I have like a broken left arm or something. Well, it's not broken, but it's like extremely sore.
Surveying the field, and he can't get a throw away.
Oh look, there's Dustin's stream. There's Dustin's stream about his draft. I'm gonna go check that out. Anyways, yeah, that's basically what happened.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack.
Oh look, there's Pax's stream. See, Carr, like, it wasn't too hard to find. And there's Bell being trash as usual.
25-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here.
Like, honestly.
So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Like, I honestly do not feel bad that I left them, like, to talk amongst themselves.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does... They send Thomas out to the right by himself. They'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's going to flip one.
Ooh, that hit stick, though. Champ is here. See, Champ, I knew you were loyal. You'd at least come back. Oh, look, I have to.
He's back to throw.
I know you have like 3 streams to attend to, so like attend to the one.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read and it's picked off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Hold up, I'll be back like in like 5 seconds. Wait. Wait. I'll wait. I'm
still trying to decide who's gonna be
What the heck? What the heck? Who's Mikey? Okay, I'm good. I'm here for good.
Be a certified member of the Parent Crew or be a YouTuber.
How am I certified?
You are not a certified member of the Parent Crew yet, but you are a YouTuber.
For real? Honestly, like Le'Veon Bell actually did good.
Shall we get started?
Let's go.
Might as well.
The only certified members of the Parent Crew are Brad, Justin, and me.
So far. Alright, so who wants to get started on the first pick?
The third thing, because now everybody is commenting I am a YouTuber, you also have to be invited.
If you don't post videos on a consistent basis,
Hey, I'm
I would not
inconsistent.
consider you a YouTuber.
Going by that rule, I am barely a YouTuber.
But you do it.
Do I pass?
But I am more of a streamer than a YouTuber.
Yeah, but you're on YouTube, you're not on Twitch.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like that's what I do most consistently is I stream.
Yeah.
And once summer starts, I'm putting videos.
No, respect for that, because you're just like straight out. You're like, I don't do it as much as I should, but I stream. Like,
Yeah.
I can respect
It's just
that.
because school, like I really had to cut it down because like I thought I was doing good, and then I got my progress report for the 4th quarter, and I was like, I have 4.5 weeks up to pull up this 20 I have in English.
20?
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
It was fun. I had something that I didn't. You remember when I was really sick that one time when I was really sick and I was
Yeah.
out for like 1.5 weeks.
Yeah.
We did 2 essays in that class. And so it was 200 points.
Guys, you know what I just realized?
What?
What did you just realize?
I've been streaming for an hour.
Right?
Congratulations.
Like, I get to 3.5 hours, and I'm like, has it really been this long? Like, no, it hasn't.
Yeah, I've had to start looking at my time because like we don't have like unlimited Wi-Fi or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like I got in trouble for like the first month of during December because I was the reason that we ran out of Wi-Fi.
How do you
So I
not
was
have
streaming for like
unlimited
4 hours a
Wi-Fi?
day every day.
Oh yeah, that will rack it up. So, I'm going to close out each pick. So who wants to start and who wants to go second then?
Are you saying like? Well, I
Like,
don't have
I'm
the
go-
stuff filled
I'm
out,
going
so So
Like,
I
I'm
think you
going
should
to.
just like state who gets picked, and then we give our opinion.
No, that's what I'm gonna do. What I'm saying is the opinions. I'm gonna close out every pick.
Oh, so you're gonna
So
be the last person to give your opinion.
I'm gonna be the last person to give my opinion and sum it up. So I want to know who wants to intro it and who wants to actually go
I'll intro.
second.
I'll
Okay.
intro.
So to start off the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns selected Myles Garrett out of Texas A&M. What do you think, Pax?
Okay, so my opinion on Myles Garrett. Obviously, he is the most physically appealing player in the whole draft. Not even defensive end, but just player. Like he had a 40-something inch. He had like a 45-inch vertical, which is completely insane for a defensive player, let alone an end who's not supposed to be that physical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he also had like almost a 12-foot broad jump. He ran like a 4.6 or 4.7 40, which is extremely quick. But like my favorite thing about him is like when you watch him play, he plays like a more powerful rusher than he actually looks.
Okay.
Like his level of power to be able to get through those tackles is amazing. But like the only downside I found to him is his motor is only high whenever the play is going to him. Like if he's on the left side and the play goes away from him,
He's mailing it in.
yeah, he literally, you can watch plays of him just standing there while the ball gets ran to the other side 10, 15, 20 yards.
Agreed.
And he doesn't do anything about it. And to be the type of player that the Cleveland Browns are going to want him to be, the type of defensive staple in the line. If you aren't consistently putting that effort in, then you aren't going to last long.
Agreed. What do you think, James?
James?
Alright. Myles Garrett, I mean, he came out the same college as Von Miller, and when I see him play, he kind of reminds me a lot like Von Miller, just at the defensive end position. Like, he's explosive, he's got the speed and skill for it, but can he actually pull through? I mean, like, will he be a bust since he's on Cleveland? Like, that's my opinion. Like, Cleveland's trying to rebuild, but I think they might not have what it needs to rebuild just quite yet, and that might impact his influence in the league.
I agree. The team that he goes to does impact things.
Now, okay, so to put it in summary, I'm kind of right down the middle of both of you. I see where he is just a full-on athletic freak. Like, it's amazing that he scores this many numbers.
Yeah, he's...
But here's the problem that I have, and especially being a number 1 overall pick, usually means you should be, at least to me, you should be the best player in the draft. Now, guaranteed, you know, some teams don't draft that well, everything else. Here's the problem, and here's why I think he's a good talent, but he's not a number 1 overall pick, because he is an athletic freak, which could translate to being a great player. But I will preface it with this. He showed up against D2 schools and D1 schools that literally have no game at all. They are tin cans. They are meant for you to trample all over. So he would generate 2, 3, 4 sacks a game against a school that doesn't mean shit. But when it came to the truly elite competition, like the SEC schools and the Big Ten schools, he had nothing in those games.
Only one sack.
Nothing.
Only one sack against Alabama. He had he had 3 sacks against UT, which is the worst offensive line in the SEC. Next to Vanderbilt.
Maybe years ago they were a good school, but not anymore. So like those three sacks literally to me mean nothing. The fact that he got 1 sack against Alabama, come on,
who
dude.
is the best offensive line in the SEC and top 5 in the FBS last year.
Yeah. But I mean, literally, like, you're looking at a guy, but look at the division he's going into. Like, you have to take on the Ravens. You have to take on the Steelers. You have to take on the Bengals. And say what you want about Joe Flacco as a quarterback, that offensive line is no.
And for him to make the comment that he made,
like, you're talking about a team that had a running back who was 32 years old, and he literally went for 1,000 yards with what, 5 games left, 4 games left? Like, he cracked 1,000 yards with 4 or 5 games left, and it was just like, dude,
that's Madden numbers.
There is no damn way. There's no damn way that he is deserving of the first overall pick, and I would not, even with him going to the Browns, reverse that. Even if he didn't go to the Browns, he would be a bust, just because
he's not that good. He's not deserving of that pick.
And I can think of a couple other defensive ends. I can think of a couple other linebackers that would have deserved to go number 1 over this guy. I mean,
I agree.
Like, I think of a few other players in general that deserve to go number 1 over this guy. So that's my standpoint on it. I mean, everybody can think what they want. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I just think the Browns. Now, the other 2 picks that we get to later that they made, really, really strong picks. Really strong picks.
Yeah, really
like,
strong.
Good job. But I think they just dropped the ball on this one. So it is what it is. You're just stuck with this guy for 4 years because you're going to give him a guaranteed like $30 million. So that's that.
Yeah. Okay, so second overall pick, we've got the the Chicago Bears made the.
We have literally the most moronic pick in the history of the NFL.
I can agree with
the
that.
Exception, all right, listen to the rest of this before you agree to it. With the exception of Ryan Leaf.
Jamarcus Russell or Ryan Leaf. I was about to say Jamarcus Russell or Ryan Leaf.
Dude, I would take Jamarcus Russell over this guy. I would literally do that. So, Pax, why don't you hit us off with the second overall pick that they gave up 3 picks just to move up 1 slot.
Okay, so I believe you're talking about the Chicago Bears taking Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback, out of North Carolina. Am I correct?
I am, yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. So my opinion on Mitch Trubisky, he is the bust of the draft. Is he a good quarterback?
He is the true bust of the draft.
He is the true bust of the draft. And the reason I say that is not because of his level of talent, because he is a talented quarterback. Is he the most talented quarterback in the draft? No. Is he the quarterback that deserves to be the first one picked in the draft? No. But is he someone who, if given time to develop at the NFL level, could be successful at the NFL level? Yes. That being said, are the Chicago Bears going to do that with Jay Cutler, the worst quarterback probably in Chicago Bears history?
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Yes. Yes.
Will they be willing to take this guy who was 3rd team ACC this year? 3rd team ACC, sitting under Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson. Which being said is very strong competition to be sitting under.
Yes.
Are they going to want to take this guy who is really not that impressive other than his athletic ability and his physicality?
Yep.
And are they going to make the decision to sit him for a year? Or are they going to say, yeah, fuck it, put your helmet on, we need a quarterback?
You're right now, step up.
Yeah, because if they do that, then it's going to turn into every single quarterback the Browns have ever had.
I would agree with that. It's going to mirror that situation.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down.
I mean, you just laid out that you paid $40 million for a fucking backup.
Yeah.
Literally, that's basically what they did with Mike Glennon by them taking Trubisky.
Third down,
Yeah.
This defense just trying to force the field goal attempt.
And do I think that he's got some good physical qualities? Yes. He does have a good arm. He has thrown multiple 60-yard passes in college. He is definitely very physical. He reminds me a little bit of Tim Tebow's running style, how he wasn't afraid of.
And it bangs off the left
Agreed.
and deflects
But he has too many physical errors, and most of that's probably because he's only had 13 starts at the college level, and he was sitting behind a dude who actually has done nothing in the NFL.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Alright, so I will come back to that later when I close this one out. James, you got anything to add?
Yeah, I actually do. Mitchell Trubisky. Okay, like, not the best pick. I mean, like, I know he's got rhythm and, like, he's got some speed, but I mean, like, they should have just, like, re-signed Jay Cutler. Or at least started Mike Glennon. I thought Mike Glennon was going to be, like, a franchise quarterback off field goal block. No! Wait, hold up. Alright, I'm back. Okay. So, like... So yeah, like
I've been trying not to do that.
I completely. I just have my ticker on for background right now while we talk about this. I completely agree with that. Like Glennon, when he was on the Buccaneers, I thought he showed enough under Greg Schiano to be the starter, and then just like he gets benched like the rest of his career. So I thought that getting $40 million to him for 3 years, I was like, oh, done. Like there's your starter, someone that actually realizes talent. And then nope, you just paid $40 million for your guy.
Yep. Like I mean, Trubisky might be the backup. Hi, Darian. Trubisky might be the backup and all, but I mean, like. I honestly don't know, because, I mean, that guy's from North Carolina State. So was Jared Goff, right? I mean, make some good money.
Goff was from Cal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So was Carson Wentz, right?
No, Carson Wentz went to North Dakota State.
Hold up, who else was from North Carolina?
North Carolina, Marquise Williams, who really hasn't done anything, right?
Oh, Marquise Williams?
Taj Boyd was Clemson, right?
Taj Boyd was Clemson.
He was Clemson, yeah.
He was South.
I don't know, but I mean, like, Trubisky, he's just not the pick that I would have seen for Chicago to trade up and just waste basically the entire draft focusing on. Like, I would have, like, rather taken Deshaun Watson, or at least would have, like, traded, like, for Kirk Cousins or something, like.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, like, that's all I gotta say. Like, why Trubisky? Like, I mean, they passed up on so many great opportunities and great chances that it just triggers me, honestly.
No, I understand that, and you know what? There is nothing more I can add to this because I feel the same way both of you do about this whole pick. But the only thing I will add to this that Pax, you kind of touched on a little bit earlier, and I said I'd come back to, is that. Here's a guy who only started 1 year, and it's not because you sat behind some all-star like great.
He didn't pull an Aaron Rodgers.
You're talking about a guy who didn't start until his senior year, because what was the guy before him? What was he was drafted in the 5th round, and now he's just sitting on some fucking practice squad somewhere? Like, literally, you did not start because this guy was better than you. And because you come from a pro-style offense, you deserve to be the first quarterback taken. I'm sorry, this guy, like you said, he's the bust of the draft. He has it written all over him. You are not going to do anything in the NFL if you can't win the starting job behind a 5th round pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Like literally that guy is like meant to be like the 3rd string quarterback of your team for like the entirety of his career. He's only there if your first 2 guys go down. That's it. Trubisky, they made a major reach. I don't agree with it. Honestly, you think Mahomes should have been taken first. I think Watson should have been taken first. But, I mean, everybody can agree. Trubisky.
It was not Trubisky.
It's definitely not Trubisky. I mean, if I get proven wrong, like, I will gladly apologize, and I will gladly take the fact that I was wrong, but I know I'm not going to be with this one.
So now on is Caleb Sturgis for
So,
the Eagle field goal.
The team that actually raped the Bears in the ass is the next team to pick, and just prove to them that literally they just raped you because they weren't going to take Trubisky in the first place. They get 2/3 and a fourth out of you, and they end up taking Solomon Thomas anyways.
Out of Stanford.
Like, when I saw this, because I didn't get to watch any of this, right? I didn't get to watch any of this because I was at work the whole time, but I'm looking at my phone, and this literally made me laugh. Like, I almost cried laughing because...
I did cry laughing.
So, what did you think about them actually taking Solomon Thomas?
I knew that they were going to take Solomon Thomas because, I mean, I knew that the first two guys coming out of the draft, I've said this whole time, the first two guys coming out of the draft were going to be Myles Garrett, Solomon Thomas. I've been saying that for months.
Agreed, J-Man. I fully agree with that. Sorry,
and if the Bears would not have traded up, I would have been absolutely 100% correct. My prediction still stands because they picked third, and I said that those two teams would pick those two players. And I like slightly a little bit better than I like Myles Garrett. And I will say that because if you think about it, the SEC offense can be known as what you could call the freshman conference.
Yep.
Because how many dudes did Myles Garrett play that were really that experienced?
When he got those big sack games.
Josh Dobbs, who was he had a 3-sack game against an experienced quarterback for UT. Yeah, he was a senior, but I mean, he's also, I don't think he's actually been picked up in the draft yet. And we're winding down the third round. But the thing is, you have Solomon Thomas, who plays in the same conference as Davis Webb. He had a big game against Pat Mahomes. He had a big game against Mitch Trubisky. He's had big games against literally every single big offensive player in the draft.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations.
And to disregard his speed is just stupid because he's like a cannon. It's like a torpedo to watch him take off. It does not matter where you line him up. He is going to break through that offensive line, and he is going to be in the quarterback's ass the whole game.
Agreed.
And it does not matter who the ball carrier is. If Donnell Pumphrey, the running back from San Diego State, who's supposed to be one of the shiftiest quarterbacks, I mean, the shiftiest running backs in the West,
Yeah.
if he got the ball, he was going to get taken down by Solomon Thomas seconds after he gets the ball. Because it does not matter how you try to cover him. He's like Joey Bosa in California. And I really don't have any bad things to say about him. He really has no downside.
My only takeaway from this is the scheme. But I'll get to that in a little bit. What do you think, James?
Well, I don't really watch college football, but I saw the highlights that the NFL puts together, and they make, like, Myles Garrett look like he's so big and bad, and then, like, when I actually see the stats, Solomon Thompson is better in my opinion. Like, he's just overall, he's like overall just better. He knows what he's doing. He's like quick. He's agile. He's basically like Myles Garrett, but like 10 times better in my opinion. Like, that guy is quick. He can get off the line. He can get straight down the quarterback's throat. Just like he just gets everyone uncomfortable and uneasy to see whenever he's on the field.
Yeah, J-Man. I do agree. He needs to work on his footwork. He does have potential. I don't know if he has the most potential. Oh, he's talking about Mahomes. But he is going to be a strong. We'll get to his pick, and I'll let you know what everybody's saying about him. But yeah, no, Thomas. It's actually not even his footwork, dude. His handwork. Like, he's the type of guy. Like he plays. He's a defensive end in a 3-4 scheme, right? Stanford's still
Yes.
3-4. Um, he's a guy that can actually translate to either the defensive end in a 4-3, like the 49ers are going to run, or he could be a defensive tackle in the 4-3 because simply because of his strength and his handwork. But yeah, because he's like a fucking cannon, he's got that power that's just like no matter where he is on that front four,
Yeah.
like you got like, to account for him at all times.
I agree. Okay, so let's go to the fourth pick.
And I think everybody called this one. Everybody knew this was going to happen. They have a legacy, if you will, of doing this. They started out with Fred Taylor in the early '90s. They went MJD in the early 2000s, and now to go into the next decade, the Jacksonville Jaguars took Leonard Fournette, which I think everybody saw coming.
Yeah. So Leonard Fournette, in my opinion, Leonard Fournette is going to be the next Jamal Charles.
Even though he's
And-
bigger than Charles?
Yes, but I'm saying just the style because everybody compares Dalvin Cook to Jamal Charles. I don't know if they both got dreads and that's why, but I don't see the comparison. The dude, I see.
I honestly don't either.
I see Leonard Fournette as the next Jamal Charles because Jamal Charles is technically classified as a power back, but when you watch Jamal Charles play, he has hands like a slot receiver, and it is the same way for Leonard Fournette. He
also has cuts like a scat back.
Yeah, he's just a total package, but his power was what gives him that classification, and Leonard Fournette's the same way. And
See,
I
that's
like
why-
him.
That's
I
why
like
to
him
me,
because of that.
yeah, that's why to me I put him more in that classification of like he reminds me more of AP than he does anybody
Peterson?
else. Yeah.
Yeah, my only
'Cause he's got that
downside
speed,
is
he's got those cuts, he's got that strength, and he's got the size.
yeah, definitely. My only downside to Leonard Fournette is if you watch any highlight of him, he goes to make a cut, and what you see is his hips are so stiff. I get that at the college level, if you're that much more physical and that much stronger than everybody, that you're able to just run straight up and just plow over everybody. But at the level of the NFL, if you run straight up, your career is going to be very short.
Yeah, because they're gonna take you out of the legs, and then there goes your knees, there goes your
And
ankles.
he's already had
Torn
knee
Achilles.
surgeries. He's
Yep.
already had knee surgeries, so he needs to learn to lower the pad level at all times, and not just when he's going to truck somewhere. Because if not,
Yep.
Leonard Fournette is not going to last very long in the league.
Agreed. 100%.
James?
Okay. First of all, I was one of the only people who didn't expect Leonard Fournette to go to the Jaguars.
I love how he slaughters the names every single
I
fucking time.
love it. Yeah. That's
Okay.
his flavor, though. That's his flavor.
So Leonard Fournette, when I saw his highlights, I was like, this guy's gonna be like the next Adrian Peterson. He's gonna be so good. And then, like, you're right. His hips are too stiff. Like, when I juke, I noticed like that his hips are like way too stiff compared to mine. And I'm not just like saying that just to brag about myself or anything. But I mean, he just needs to like loosen up at least a little bit. Cause I mean, if he stays too tense, that's how torn ACLs are formed, and then his
Yep.
career just like skyrockets downhill from there. But he's overall like a top-notch performer at least.
Definitely agreed on all of that. There's nothing more I have to add to that because I think I just said everything when I introed it. But honestly, like, I wasn't surprised at all. Just like with the 5th pick, I called that shit. I called that shit from the very beginning when everybody was saying, "Oh, Mike Williams will be the first wide receiver off the board." I was like, "Have you not seen this fool? Have you not seen what he does? Like
And most
literally,
people had it.
his size, his speed. I legit like he has like some Randy Moss talent to him. He's more skilled than Moss is as far as like route running and everything else. Because Moss, like, let's be honest, he's just a straight up streaker and goes up and gets the ball and comes down
Yeah,
with it.
he was one of the most physical wideouts.
Yeah, Corey Davis is literally, I think personally, the wide receiver of the draft. Like everybody makes out Mike Williams to be it or John Ross, but to me, Corey Davis is the top wide receiver of this draft, and he was the first wide receiver taken. So I mean, it seems appropriate. And look, just so happens that hey, the Titans needed a wide receiver like this because we all know that Rashard Matthews is nothing like a Corey Davis.
Definitely. Okay, so my opinion on Corey Davis. He is, like, if you look at his story, this dude has one of the biggest dedications to the game of all time.
Yeah.
So, like, you say this dude played for Western Michigan. That obviously means that he had some sort of issues getting scouted by big schools. The reason he went to Western Michigan was because until his senior year, he was not eligible to be scouted for Division I football.
Very true.
Because his GPA was too low. Because he was homeless. And he had to worry about being able to eat and not worry about playing football. And then his football coach let him live with him. And he said, you've got to fix your stuff if you're going to live with me, and I will help you, and I will get you scouted by Division I talent. And by the time his senior year had passed through, he only had one Division I offer. And that was to the Western Michigan Broncos. And that was because no one else wanted to take the chance on a dude who was barely academically eligible to play.
Agreed.
And Corey Davis said, "Coach, you will not regret it," and nobody has. Corey Davis has the most Division I receiving yards of all time. Now think about, name any wide receiver that has been drafted. You've got A.J. Green, Randy Moss, you've got Jerry Rice, and this dude has more receiving yards in college than those guys had. And if you look at it, we're doing a draft recap, Hayden. No, I'm talking to Dustin and James.
Brad's MIA.
Brad's missing in action. He's doing a little bit of B&A.
Yep.
I don't know how James is still awake. But anyways, his biggest upside, in my opinion, is his ability to get the ball. His ability to, no matter where on the field the ball is, no matter where in his catch radius it is, he is going, if he follows the parable, if he touches it, it is coming with him.
Yeah.
If he touches the ball, it is coming down with him.
Agreed.
His downside, in my opinion, does have to do a little bit with the competition. Not saying that playing playing against smaller schools makes you less of a competitor, but it does mean that the DBs at Toledo and Kent State and Ball State are not as good as the corners at Alabama and Wisconsin and all these big Power 5 conference schools. And the only reason I say that's relevant is because his route running.
Yes.
You might be able to get off on a banana route when you're supposed to do an out route against Toledo, but going against Darrelle Revis, he will pick you off all day. Going against Akeem Talib, he will pick you off all day. Patrick Peterson will feast on you if you have bad route running. And if he is going to be the #1 receiver from now on for the Titans, he is going to have to fix that.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man,
Yeah,
Le'Veon
last one.
Bell. 7
Well,
yards
yeah,
on the
you
pickup
think
there,
about
and
who's
it'll leave
actually
him
going
with
to
a
be going
2nd
up
and
against
3.
in his division. I mean, you got him going up against, who's that, Kareem Jackson in Houston.
Kareem Jackson in Houston.
You got him going up against Jalen Ramsey in Jacksonville. Like, you really don't have many people in Indianapolis, but I mean, they did draft a couple people, so I mean,
Yeah, they picked up Malik Hooker.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely, it's going to be one of those things that you're really going to see what he's made of. But out of everybody in the draft for wide receivers, though, I think he is the number one.
Yeah. So James, what do you think?
Well, first of all, when I heard Corey Davis was drafted, I thought he was Dalvin Cook, and I was like, when did he switch to receiver? And then now that you've told me his story, I didn't know the struggles that he's gone through, and I actually kind of feel bad for the guy, but I'm also proud at the same time that he's overcome and faced so much. And then when you said he had bad route running, all I thought in my head was Kevin White when he screwed up in Chicago. And I was like, that could be a problem. So, I mean, what I've been told from you guys is he's got good hands, but I mean, good hands could also be a problem too in some situations.
Yeah, if all you got's hands, then you don't really got much.
That's true. And that's why you also got to work on your route running, your skills, and how to like just expand a little bit. All he needs to do is expand a little bit more, and he could be a top-notch receiver like Antonio Brown and Julio Jones and AJ Green and stuff. And I mean, if Josh Gordon would stay off the lead, he could be a top-notch receiver too. But I mean, hey, it all depends on what you do with your life in the NFL too. I mean, he has the chance to like make up for that lost time with that homeless stuff, but I mean, that all depends on how he does and deals with his life.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say, man.
So that actually takes us to the 6th overall pick, and something that truly shocked me. Like, I did not. This is where it started with Trubisky, but this one truly shocked me with the way the Jets went when they took Jamal Adams. Like, I did not see that coming. I was wow. Like, I was like, whoa, like, really? I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. So we're talking about Jamal Adams, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in my opinion, second best safety in the draft. Definitely the most physical safety in the draft. Probably the most physical secondary player in the draft.
Which is probably why they took him.
Yeah, he definitely fits that run first, that run stuff type defense that the Jets have become so famous for with Muhammad Wilkerson down there. You know what I mean? With all these great defensive players, they've got Darren Lee down there, they've got Darrelle Revis, they've got all these guys who are really run first players, and that really. The addition of Jamal Adams, not really gonna be a pass coverage threat. He does have a lot of good scouting ability. Let's say, like, he's very good at locating the ball, but really doesn't have the finishing skills. It's like a linebacker. Like, he can hawk the ball all day, but he just struggles to catch it.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see that.
That's his only downside as a secondary player in the league. If you cannot finish that play off, you're going to struggle to stay as a starter. Because all it takes is a dude to be as physical as you and have a little bit of hands.
Because that's all they need. It's just physicality.
All they need is a dude that can hit and catch. They need an Earl Thomas.
Let's get into the action.
But really, if his downside is that he struggles to catch the ball, but he's really physical, then I mean that's really not a bad thing. I'd rather have a physical safety than a guy who can catch. But that is his downside, the fact that he struggles to catch the ball.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Action, the situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense
James, where
needing
you
to
at?
step up.
Oh, snap. It's my turn? Okay. I know nothing about this guy, like, at all, except that he came out of LSU, and he's a safety. I think, like, Jabril Peppers may be more athletic than him, but, like, I'm not going to get into Jabril Peppers yet. So, basically, to me, what he sounds like is Patrick Peterson with no hands.
Yeah.
That's basically what he sounds like, a Pat Pete with no hands, and that could be a problem. I mean, he's got the height, he's got the deflecting skills, but if you can't catch that, like, if you deflect it, like, I've done this multiple times, I've deflected it, and the ball still goes into the guy's hands, like, that's not a follow-through, that's not a finish. Like, honestly, like, that tells you need some work in progress.
Yeah.
That's about it, like, I mean, if you can't follow through, then what good are you to the team?
No, I definitely agree with the whole hands comment. He also, Pax, you and I were talking earlier about who the Packers picked up in the second round as far as what's his name?
The dude from
Josh Jones, like really physical guy, but like he's not in there.
Sort of a tail end.
Yeah. So I kind of look at him the same way. Like you got the coverage skills down, but you really need to work on your ball handling skills.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
Like we're watching here are just quicker than
So to where it was actually surprising because I actually thought they were gonna go with either a defensive lineman or an outside linebacker. But they actually went with this pick, so I was just like, wow,
And a good
that
quarterback
was
facing
something else.
zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time
Yeah.
to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
I just can't wait for the 10th pick because that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite picks in the first round.
Oh, which brings us to the 7th, though, and this was also another like little shocking one to me because I actually thought that Mike Williams was going to go to the Bills, and I thought the Chargers themselves were going to draft Malik Hooker. But literally, with them coming out drafting Mike Williams, it really says a lot with what they feel Keenan Allen, where Keenan Allen is at, because you know he hasn't been healthy the last couple of years.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say that Mike Williams, his play style is the definition of a two-edged sword. And the reason I say that is because he is every offensive coordinator's dream in the term of he is the most physical wide receiver I think I've ever seen.
Agreed.
He is willing to go up and get any 50-50 ball, which is a big thing at Clemson because Deshaun Watson, everybody knows he likes to throw him.
Hell yeah.
I will say fuck real quick because I just screwed up in my game. But whatever.
God damn.
Exactly. But the reason I say it's a two-edged sword is because he has a lot of health concerns.
Yes.
In 2 years ago, he broke his C6 vertebrae, which effectively, which could have ended his career.
Yes.
It could have ended his life if it was worse than it was. But because it was a clean break, he was able to play football again, and he made a huge comeback, like a comeback better than AP, comeback better than Brent Grimes, a comeback on a profound religious level. But his physicality could be his downfall if he is not able to keep himself healthy.
Agreed.
Antonio Brown, I swear.
James,
of the
Yeah.
first half.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah. My turn. Well, I mean, Antonio Brown kind of just scored on me. Like, I'm kind of a little bit triggered about that.
It's okay. The Saints defense has been giving me hell because I've been focused on this as not the game.
Mike Williams, what he sounds like to me, well, considering there's like 5 names of those in the NFL, like, that have ever existed. He sounds like he's what Cooper Manning could have been, but wasn't, because Cooper Manning was told he could never play football again. Mike Williams, he has the opportunity to play football. He has the chance to go pro, and I think he will actually be worth it. Gosh dang it, Lions, he could be worth it, like, compared to anyone else. Like, I think he should have been, like, probably the #1 pick, because, I mean, he's talented, he's got the hands, he's made a comeback. That tells you he's a trooper right there. Like, he will do anything, and he won't stop until he gets what he wants done. That's basically how I see him.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
Yeah, I agree.
Down, David Johnson.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Okay, so how do you feel about him,
Diggs, his intent.
Dustin?
So on
The
4th
guy's got
down,
talent.
out
I mean,
trots the
obviously
kicker.
he
In a
wouldn't be
big
a number
spot
1
here.
wide receiver
He
for
connected on his first
Clemson
this from
if he
41.
didn't. He wouldn't be a reliable target, and you know,
And Catton's
Sean
Harris
wouldn't
kick is
trust
right
his
through.
hands
And
if
that
he
will open
wasn't
the lead up
that
now
for
to
them. But I don't think. I think he's a first-round talent. I just don't think he's. How do you say that? I don't think he's a top 10 pick. I mean, I think he might be a borderline top 15 pick, but I think they reached for him because within the top 10, you're expecting this guy to be an elite, starting, #1 wide receiver, and I think like
Yeah, you're
he's a number 2.
be a day 1 starter.
Yeah, but I think he's a number 2. I think he's a guy that you start in the nickel and you move him over to. Oh, that was a nice hit. But you move him over to a second.
Fourth quarter kicking team with a lead, and now with this
Love it,
position
Hayden.
of the field that they're at, they're going to
That's why I thought that like he would
down
be
inside their own 10.
going to the Bills because the Bills already have Sammy Watkins. So you pair Mike Williams up in the number 2 spot to Sammy Watkins, and you got a deadly duo right there.
Yeah, you really do. That would put the Bills on top of the, like, close to the top of their division. Obviously, they're going to struggle in that division either way, but.
And in a tight ball game like this.
Okay, so now we're going on to pick 8.
I'm a little salty about this one because this one I said up one side and down the other, and you and Brad can both stand behind this one when I say it. Because I had Christian McCaffrey going 29 to my Green Bay Packers. Like
Yes, you did.
I
You
thought
said it so you were
upwards
blue in the face.
several times. Yes, I didn't think he would go this high. I don't know. Maybe they don't believe in Jonathan Stewart like they say they do, and they just needed somebody to come in that could actually pound the rock. But at the same time, because he does have a very similar running style to Le'Veon Bell, but I think that they also need somebody to spark that mid-range game in the passing offense, like moving him out into the slot and making him go slants. I think you're going to see a lot of screens out of him, and you're going to see a lot of slants out of him, and that's really he's going to be that hybrid running back wide receiver. Because God knows you can only throw it up to Kelvin Benjamin so many times a game.
Kelvin Benjamin is that good.
Yeah, you don't have Philly Brown anymore, so you just lost your slot guy. So it's literally Christian McCaffrey's offense at this point. That he's going to be literally it's going to be 1A and 1B. 1A is going to be Kelvin Benjamin, 1B is going to be Christian McCaffrey. But I'm very, very salty about this because, god damn it, I saw him going to my Packers and he was going to do the same damn thing for us. So I'm very, very, like, I'm so upset about this.
Okay, so I am actually going to completely disagree with what you said about him, because I do not think that they that the Panthers have lost any faith in Stewart. And I say that because I do not believe that they have any intention of playing Christian McCaffrey at running back.
So you think they're going to convert him straight over to wide receiver?
I think they're going to say you are now our wide receiver and our kicker and our punt returner. They're literally going to him. They're literally, instead of his jersey saying McCaffrey, it's going to say Hester. Because that's exactly what he is going to be. He is going to be the new Devin Hester.
Oh, that is fucking hilarious. I love that.
Because that is the style they're going to play him as. They're going to have him in the slot. He's going to catch slant routes. He's going to get demolished repeatedly. And he is going to take it, eat it like a T-bone steak, and then he's going to go punt return and going to score. And he's going to be, in my opinion, one of the better wide receivers in the draft. And people didn't put him in the slot as a good wide receiver in the draft because everybody's been worried about what are his injury concerns running through tight gaps in the NFL. You don't have to worry about him running through tight gaps in the NFL because he's never gonna meet Ndamukong Suh in the middle because he's not going to run the ball down there. He is going to be a wide receiver. And if the Carolina Panthers get him hurt by running him up the middle, then they are the reason his career gets hurt.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
So is it my turn?
What do you think, James?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm the middle ground right here. I mean, like, Christian McCaffrey, he could play receiver and he could be a running back. Oh my gosh, no. I hate Jordy Nelson. Okay, anyways. Christian McCaffrey, son of Ed McCaffrey, who's a wide receiver for the Broncos. I think that, like, the Panthers, they need a slot receiver. I mean, what are they going to do? Like, put in Devin Funches? Then who's going to be their second tight end? Like, honestly. Like, so like Christian McCaffrey, they could put him at receiver, or he could be the receiving back that they need, like Giovanni Bernard. I mean, Jonathan Stewart, I wouldn't trust him in my life. Shoot, like that guy can't run worth nothing in my opinion. So like, I mean, I don't know. They might they will try to convert him. They will try to force him to be a receiver, and then he's going to be like, no, I want to start my own legacy. I don't want to continue in my dad's footsteps. I want to be who I say I want to be, and then there's just going to be that whole controversy and distribution in between him either being a receiver or a running back, and in the end, I think it'll all come down to his skills on where he's better at.
Oh, I definitely agree with that. Now,
look at James putting some intellect into the conversation.
Hell yeah, I like it. I do kind of agree with his mindset because his dad is like, and you can argue about this. You can definitely say he's top 2 Broncos wide receivers of all time, and you can actually like argue whether it's him or Rod Smith. But
yeah.
Like literally, you have that legacy basically hanging over you. So I can understand why he would want to stay a running back, but I can also understand like if he embraced that and actually went with the wide receiver role. Like I personally would, because we're in the day and age of you have LaShawn McCoy, you like Marshall Faulk started it, and you have people like LaShawn McCoy and Le'Veon Bell to where they will run for 1,000 yards and they will catch for 1,000 yards. So,
they're just receivers. It's either a receiver who can truck or a running back who can catch.
I don't want to see him.
I
just don't want to see him make the same mistake as Tim Tebow, and literally like, I'm only gonna play in the NFL if I play as a running back. Like, I hope he has enough sense to be like, no one wants you as a running back, so play as a wide receiver, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm totally salty about this pick. Like, no. He was supposed to be our running back.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so where are we at? We're at pick 9.
we're at pick 9. We're almost. Brad's trying to find his controller right now. He just said. So pick 9, we actually have a very surprising pick. I was shocked by this, simply because of who they already have on the damn depth chart, right? So the Bengals come in and snatch John Ross right off the motherfucking board.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Who is the Bengals' second string receiver?
Mohamed Sanu Sr.
Mohamed Sanu.
Incorrect, because he plays for the Falcons now.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah,
No,
that's
no, no.
right. Brandon LaFell. Brandon LaFell. Brandon
And
LaFell.
they got rid of, fuck, what's his name?
It's Brandon
Marvin
LaFell.
Jones. I forgot about
They
that.
don't have Marvin Jones anymore.
It's Brandon
Yeah,
They
LaFell.
played
he's
last
with
year.
Lions.
The Bengals made the playoffs with Mohamed Sanu. The
It's
Bengals
Brandon
don't make the
LaFell.
playoffs without Mohamed Sanu.
It's LaFell.
Yeah, and so if you had to pick between the two, would you pick LaFell or Sanu?
Nice job bringing that one back.
I would pick Sanu.
Yeah, everybody would. Because he's a dominant, quick receiver with hands, and that is the slot that they are taking John Ross to fill. Because the reason they missed the playoffs was for no reason other than they didn't have anybody to take the attention away from AJ Green.
Agreed. Agreed. Yes.
And that is the whole reason why they picked him up. They could care less about the fact that he ran a 4.22. He was the best receiver on the board. If Ross would have been picked up and Corey Davis would have been picked up and Mike Williams was the only receiver left on the board and was the best receiver on the board, they would have picked Mike Williams. If Corey Davis was the best receiver on the board, they would have picked Corey Davis. It did not have any relevancy to the fact that it was John Ross. It was just the fact that they needed a receiver to make AJ Green's job easier because he's going to be 29 next year, and he's going to need a little bit more help than he has in the past. It did not matter. They did not look for a player. They looked for a position.
I can definitely see that.
But talking about the player himself, talking about okay, so is everybody good? Is everybody?
Add Brad to the party real quick.
This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now
go to party
what can they design here to disrupt
invite,
this third down play?
No, but I completely agree with everything you just said. Yes. I completely forgot about that they didn't have Sanu. I knew they didn't have Jones, but I forgot that they didn't have Sanu.
Yeah. Talking about him as a player, though.
Yeah.
Talking about him as a player, though, obviously everybody knows 4.22 speed.
From the left hash,
Unreal.
Oh, yeah.
from 53 yards out.
Definitely an amazing athlete.
Yes.
A little bit of an injury concern because, well, he did pull his hamstring a little bit. Don't really care about that. My big injury concern with him is he has had an ACL tear.
Hi, motherfuckers. May Buddha be with you.
We're gonna get to that. Trust me.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
All right. So, do you have anything to add to this, James, before we jump over to our latest addition to the party?
I actually do. I am salty because I wanted John Ross to go to the Saints to fill in for Brandon Cooks because, you know, kind of lost our best in speed receiver. And so I was like, okay.
Really high up.
The only concern was he ran himself into an injury like at the end of the sporty time, but hey, he's fast. His hands, I don't know, that might be questionable. It all depends on like how good he goes against the cornerbacks in the NFL, but I mean, overall I thought he could have been like our number 2 receiver or slot receiver because we have Ted Ginn now. We have Willie Snead and we have Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is obviously going to be our number 1. Willie Snead, we picked him up from the free agency. He was like drafted by Cleveland and dropped immediately. That's his backstory. And then we got Ted Ginn Jr. He's like freaking 40, so like no one cares about him anymore. And that's why I was like, John Ross, yeah, he's like perfect fit. I also like thought Christian McCaffrey was gonna go to the Saints if John Ross wasn't, but I mean it's kind of too late for that. So yeah, I was like hoping John Ross would go there because he's got deadly speed, and plus Drew Brees, he said, get this team on track before you figure out my next contract. Like those were his legit words. So I was like, okay, so if we get him a good receiver, or at least a deadly speed receiver, like Drew Brees can put another 5,000 yards and then be closer to beating Peyton Manning's record in passing yards. But I guess that's not gonna happen. Like, I mean, that's all I gotta say is I'm a little salty about that.
Alright, so finally joining us is the one and only
sliding
Mr.
in at the critic table.
So, what do you think about John Ross going to the Bengals, Karam?
I think it's an awesome pick, dude, because you pair up John Ross with AJ Green, and dude, that's like, you can either hit him deep or you can hit him on slant. Like, there's so much diversity now for the squad. I reckon it's an awesome pickup. Like, when I seen that he was taken, what was it, like in 6th or 9th or something? Like, it was really early on.
We're on the 9th pick.
Yeah, dude, when I seen that, I was like, yeah, I was like, whoa, like, they took him really, really high up, but obviously they have plans for him to take him that high, because he wasn't meant to go at 9, right?
No, that's why I thought exactly what James thought, which was he's going to go lower first round, probably to the Saints or some team like that needs like a slot guy, really quick guy. So I didn't even think about the Bengals though. I really didn't. I was just like, oh shit, okay. So this makes sense.
The whole time in the draft, I completely disregarded the fact that the Bengals needed a first-round receiver. I was thinking they would pick up someone in the 2nd round. I was thinking they would pick up like a later-round player. Because I thought that they were going to pick up a linebacker in the 1st round. I thought they were going to pick up... I thought they were going to be the guys to pick up Hassan Reddick.
I thought it was going to be Reuben Foster myself.
I thought they would be the guys to pick up Hassan Reddick from Temple.
Yeah.
And then we got him. Jeez.
Yeah, right? You guys got him.
I was so upset.
He's a good player.
Like, not upset with him, not upset with the player. I was just upset because the Texans slid in our DMs and fucking took him. Deshaun Watson.
DMs.
Right.
Okay, so...
Like, Deshaun had Cardinal written all over him, bro.
Oh, yeah. Dude, and they were picking 13th, and it was just like, yep, you already know who they're gonna pick.
Oh yeah, dude, that's why Texans were like, oh shit, let's just bust their balls and go trade up.
Let's just bust their balls real quick.
So, getting back on the issue of quarterback, Pax, since this is your number one, oh my god, pick, why don't you lead this shit off and talk all about it?
Okay, so we're obviously talking about number 10, talking about Patrick Mahomes going to, where did he go to again? I can't remember.
Chiefs.
Off the top of my head, it's getting late at night. Chiefs, that's where he went. Okay, so he went to Kansas City. I completely love this pick, and I think that Andy Reid is probably the happiest coach in the NFL right now. And I say that because Andy Reid specializes in QBs. And if you take a dude that comes from, the dude that's like been called a system quarterback, it doesn't matter if he's called a system quarterback because he all being said is the best quarterback in Texas Tech history. He has the most passing yards in Texas Tech history. Most passing touchdowns in Texas Tech history. He is registered as throwing a 60-mile-per-hour NFL-sized football, and he is also registered as throwing the ball 78 yards.
I'm going to interrupt you on this, because there was a comparison that literally was made by Stephen A. Smith today regarding that pick. And he said Andy Reid picked a quarterback who has an attitude problem, a discipline problem, has the strongest arm out of the whole entire draft, is very, very headstrong, and literally he said, what quarterback does that remind you of that Andy Reid worked with? Andy Reid developed. What quarterback? Anybody?
No.
Not? One Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Oh.
Literally, this is Andy Reid's dream right here.
Andy Reid loves the tough nuts.
He does.
My upside to...
He's like, you said tough nuts.
I'm just like, okay.
Let's see if they can get that stop they need.
You know what I mean. He loves the guys that are a little bit rough around the edges.
He does, yes.
And when I see Pat Mahomes, I see a dude who has a cannon for an arm, and I also see that Derek Carr just got injured. Fuck my life. Okay, but anyways, I see a dude who has a little bit of an issue with footwork. I think someone was talking to Dustin about that earlier. He likes to drop back way too far on shotgun passes where you're supposed to be dropping back around 5 yards. He likes to go 7 to 9. He, which makes the throw that much harder. He likes to throw really flat-footed, which takes a lot of the velocity off the ball, which makes for easy picks.
Who's this?
Pat Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
He also, but he has a lot of athletic potential. He's very creative. He reminds me a little bit of like, not to the level of Michael Vick, but maybe to the level of Aaron Rodgers. Like the gunslinger who can run the ball if he has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're going to go after Aaron Rodgers, he knows how to get the fuck away from you, even though he's not that fast himself. Like, he knows how to get the fuck away from the line and the D-line.
Yes, definitely. But, one thing I will say about Pat Mahomes, if you watch his highlights aren't just him making one kind of throw like Deshaun Watson. Every single highlight of him making throws is him throwing the ball up deep to Mike Williams, and Mike Williams catching this 50-50 ball in the end zone.
Yeah.
No one can hear him. But if you watch the highlights of Pat Mahomes, he is making any play. He'll be throwing the ball across the field. He'll be throwing the ball down the field, lateral, horizontal, like lateral, vertical, diagonal, any way that he has to get the ball off, he is going to make the play, and that's what I like about him.
Right.
So what do y'all think?
Brad, what are your thoughts?
On Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
I'm finding out about him right now, so
I would like to make one more statement. He turned down a deal from the Arizona Diamondbacks to play pro baseball.
Bro?
So literally another Russell Wilson.
So he's also at the talent level of Russell Wilson, or dare I say it, he also is technically in the same boat of Colin Kaepernick, which, I mean, we don't like to talk good about Colin Kaepernick, but he did technically have the chance to play for the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah.
But he turned it down so he could play football.
Yeah. So, since Parham is learning about the player right now, James, do you have anything to add?
I mean, I kind of know that he's, like, not a person that has the best attitude. I mean, like, when he did that, how fast he can throw thing with Derek Carr, I mean, he kind of cheated. He threw it, like, clean out the stadium just to get enough ahead away from, like, Derek Carr to make him look like he can throw better. But, I mean, it all depends on the decisions you make. Derek, David, same thing. They're brothers. Shouldn't harm them.
Most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet.
And I mean, like, David Carr just came off of surgery too, and if he's like nearly on par with Pat Mahomes and he's like freaking 40, I mean, that kind of says a lot. Like, I mean, is he really throwing that fast, or is he just like trying to prove something to the public just to be pleased? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know much about him. I know he's from Texas. I hate practically every Texas team. I don't focus on Texas. So, I mean, maybe he'll be good. Maybe he'll be a bust. I don't know. He'll be probably like a good starter as soon as Alex Smith retires. And overall, I think he has potential. He has potential to be like a good quarterback, like one who will be like Brett Favre probably, because Andy Reid, knowing him, he can turn anybody from like a bust to a good player. Like, remember Nick Foles? I sure do. Andy Reid turned him into that thing. I think. Or was that a different? Yeah, that was Andy Reid.
That was Andy Reid.
And now that Nick Foles is back in Philly, I think he won't be the same because Andy Reid's gone.
Yep. Much like Kevin Cobb and Donovan McNabb before him, it's Andy Reid. He knows how to develop his quarterbacks.
Yep.
So, James, why don't you, since you're a Saints fan, go into the number 11 pick then?
Marshawn Lattimore?
Yep.
Okay, since like John Ross was gone, because I thought he was gonna go there. Since Christian McCaffrey's gone, because I know that. But then again, they got Adrian Peterson now, but that's kind of competition because Mark Ingram's on his last year, and normally he turns up whenever he wants a contract. So I mean, yeah. So I was like, okay, we actually need a corner. We got Marshawn Lattimore, best corner out of the entire draft, in my opinion. He's worth it. He can lock people down. He can get nice, rough and dirty. I mean, he's just like the perfect pick at cornerback. Like, I am so happy. I'm praising this guy. I think the Saints have a chance of actually going to the playoffs again based on their picks in this draft. Like, I mean, Carolina, what are they gonna do? What are
it's still a hard.
Carolina's gonna fall off. I agree with that.
What's the Buccaneers gonna do? Oh wait, they got O.J. Howard. Oh.
The Buccaneers have a
What
really
are the Falcons gonna do? Last year the Panthers were good,
look at
and
the
then
Jaguars, bro. First 2 picks, Leonard Fournette, and then take an offensive lineman straight after that.
yeah, we saw that.
They're setting up something right there.
That's definitely setting something up.
So like, I
feel
forgot what I
like
was saying.
they might be building. I feel like they might be building after a new player instead of
I remember now what I
whatever
was
his
saying.
name was.